Hi. Well, let me ask you a question. Have you ever been stuck in place somewhere? Maybe life, maybe literally in mud or quicksand? Have you ever been stuck in a place for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a day, years? Um, Now, have you ever been placed in that place, put in that place? Yeah, so there is 11.1 million people who were brought here to the United States who were young, probably under the age of 5, who've been stuck in this place and not been able to grow out. Now, the reason I bring this out is because it's an important topic to talk about, and we've discussed this for years. So, let's start off with this. What is an undocumented person? It's not an animal, it's not a thing, but it's an actual person. It's a person who brought here from Mexico or from a different country, from a foreign country. Now, there's various things, reasons why they were brought here, but they still like it here because this is the only home they know. They want to contribute. Now, these people don't have social security numbers. That's what makes them different than citizens. Social security numbers are the key to success here in the United States. Because they get you a license, they get you a job, they give you credit cards, they give you bills. Many things that some people don't have access to. Now, I asked Judith who is a coordinator for Dream Act Oklahoma here in Oklahoma, who is an advocacy group. I asked her, Judith, who is or what makes an undocumented person undocumented? She said, someone who lives or has lived in fear. It is the feeling of an absolute horror when driving. It is going to school or walking home. It is finding an empty house and not knowing where your parents went. It is telling your grandparents, ay cuando Dios nos ay cuando Dios nos quiera. It is seeing your grandparents maybe twice, once every 10 years. Now, these might sound like weaknesses, but an undocumented person is also resilient because they are hardworking and because they know they have to work extra hard to get to the extra mile. They know things are not just given to them. Now, in 2012, ex-President Obama passed the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which granted undocumented people the gift of a social security number, the gift of protection from deportation, and work authorization. Now, these people, when they applied for DACA, they felt like actual people now. People saw them as actual people. Isn't it crazy how just a few things just make you a person, per se? Now, back in September, Dr. John Mark Hart spoke at a press conference after the Dream DACA was, overturned. And one thing that I got out of that press conference is, by the way, Dr. John Mark Hart is one of the coordinators of El Camino OKC, who is also an advocacy group in the Christian community, in the faith community, who is actually led by CCDA, which is the Christian Community Development Association. Now, he said, we see you. He said, we see you. They see us. When I heard those 3 words, it just reminded me of how you can humanize one person, how you can dehumanize a person, how can you dehumanize a people. Now, these 3 words touched my heart. Because I am undocumented. I am one of those 11 million people who were brought to the United States as a child, who fled from poverty, who my parents wanted a better education for me, a better opportunities. Now, I challenge you, and I challenge everyone in here, to call their senators, to call their reps, and tell them, hey, we see them, so you should see them as well. Because they are people who are contributing to America and who are fighting for their rights. So I thank you, and I challenge you again to give us a Clean Dream Act. Thank you.